as mentioned, decided after winning the Premier League to pull out of this tournament.
25.
So Peter Wright, the number 1 seed, Menso Suljevic,
Also
the number 2 seed, Simon Whitlock, the number 3 seed, and Benito van der Pass, the number 4 seed, all receiving buys today. 124 players in action at Arena MK. One of them 25. will walk away with £10,000, just as Snakebite did yesterday. Here on stream board 1 then.
That's a bullseye. It's James to
we'll
throw
have this
first.
match between Gurney and Richardson. The winner of that taking on Aidan Kirk or Jonathan Worsley, who will follow this one. Then Robert Thornton takes on the Asp, Nathan Aspinall. And then Andy Jenkins up against Craig Gilchrist. That will complete the first round action here on Livestream 1. Then we'll bring you a couple of matches from the second round and selected games throughout the day, played right down to the final, as we see who will be crowned the winner here on this Sunday session of darts.
41
in Milton Keynes.
$45.
You may notice a couple of badges on both of these players' shirts. That's in support of a charity, Darts for Heroes. It's kind of darts teaming up with Help for Heroes. So both players doing their bit to support that fantastic cause.
140.
Daryl Gurney's been doing his bit to support his own cause of becoming a top 16 player, hasn't he, in recent weeks? Took a wonderful display from Peter Wright to stop him going on to clinch his second title.
135.
Wright raced into a 5-0 lead in that final, but Gurney did hit back.
61.
And now the Northern Irishman wants
Game
double
shot
16
in the first leg
and pegs double 16.
Second leg, it's Daryl to throw
and
first.
Grabs himself an immediate breaker throw.
$96. $177.
Good start from James Richardson. Good response. 177 to kick off this second leg.
140.
Well, you could see just a little bit of frustration,
62.
and he's just checking. He's only managed to score 62 there. The man from Rushden. Now Gurney looking to fill up the treble 19, and he does so.
$92.
So despite the 177 start from James Richardson,
94 left, yes.
Gurney has left himself a 2-darter. And he's going to get a darter double.
78.
That's not far away. Richardson has an outside chance to break back. One that's not been taken. Would have been a big ass.
60.
Always great to see the showpiece shot. But double 8 will do for Daryl.
Shot and the second leg.
And there it
Daryl
is.
Gurney. Third leg, it's James to throw first. $180.
Well, again, he kicks off with a perfect visit. Can he follow it up this time? Because last time he could only muster up 62 after a 177. This time it's 180 from Richardson.
125. $40.
Well, how is your luck? May have been wise to switch there anyway. Sometimes you make your own luck.
180.
And Daryl Gurney's a man who's been doing just that. £6,000 he earned yesterday, the same as he earned last weekend in Gibraltar,
43.
reaching the semi-finals, denied in a deciding leg by Menso Suljevic.
60.
Didn't have much luck in Wigan at the last Players' Championship weekend.
100.
Lost in the first round one day and in the board final on the other. Now, treble. Bit of bad luck, but he's going to be
96.
poised, and Richardson again left facing the prospect of needing to take out a big three-figure checkout.
98.
Decided to stay on treble 20. Gurney wants double top for a double break.
Game shot and the third leg. Daryl Gurney. Fourth leg, it's Daryl to throw first.
But he's certainly signalling his intentions today to be a contender once again for the title.
$58.
Beaten 6-3 in the final by Peter Wright.
140.
Before that, he'd seen off Dennis Smith, Matt
140.
Clark, Josh Payne, who's in action on our other live stream board right now with Dan Dawson. I'm Chris Murphy taking you through the action here on stream board 1 all afternoon. Gurney then saw off Dave Chisnell to reach the quarterfinals before beating Simon Whitlock
84.
and Andy Bolton to set up that decider against Snakebite Wright. And he wasn't dropping many legs. The only match that was really
57.
close was a 6-5 win against Chizzy. He's taking the best
59.
to beat Daryl Gurney. Of course, he's leaving for Las Vegas later this year. Handed an
100.
invitation to the World Series event over there.
That's
We
39.
will be seeing him at all the big majors, certainly if his form continues
96.
in the vein that it is. Richardson again needing a big checkout, again doesn't get a dart.
140.
This time he leaves himself a double, but Gurney poised on 64 to move 4-0 ahead.
Game shot.
Delicious
and the fourth
darts
leg.
from Daryl Gurney.
Fifth leg, it's James to throw first.
Really, it's him who's producing a ruthless display.
100. $140.
And it could be a fruitless weekend for this man, James Richardson, looking to rally back somehow,
140.
because he was defeated by the Deadly Rose, John Michael of Greece, in the first round yesterday.
58.
A 6-3 defeat.
$57. $114.
Gurney, of course, has come back stronger after a hand injury that hampered him towards the end of last year. Well, it
44.
didn't actually seem to hamper him, did it? But it hampered him at least shaking hands with opponents. Had to use his left hand to shake hands, and that he was playing through the pain barrier during his run to the World Championship quarter-final.
135.
Also fell off a ladder at one point. Needs to be wrapped up in cotton wool and nurtured, the talent that is Daryl Gurney.
Game shot.
And that
the fifth
talent
leg. Daryl Gurney.
Is certainly on
Sixth
display
leg,
here.
it's Daryl
5
to throw
zip.
first. $96. $140.
mentioned Daryl Gurney's inclusion in the World Series of Darts in Las Vegas
140.
earlier. Well, next week we'll see the Dubai
140.
duty-free Darts Masters. That begins on Wednesday. Some players are heading straight to the airport from here today, including Peter Snakebite Wright, who'll be in action in Dubai, along with Michael Van Gerwen and Gary Anderson.
180.
As Richardson rattles in a 180 to leave himself the chance of finally getting a leg on the board. But he might not get that chance. Bullseye for a brilliant win.
That's 92.
Well, it's a good miss. But it may mean he has to hang around a little longer in our streaming booth.
James Richardson.
Because Richardson
7th leg, it's James to throw first.
has chalked up a leg. Yeah, also in Dubai, Raymond van Barneveld, Dave Chisnell and James Wade.
140.
Also Gerwin Price, who's not here in Milton Keynes.
85. $140. $140.
Really could turn out to be a torrid weekend for James Richardson.
60.
Failed to qualify also for either of the European Tour tournaments, for which qualifying events were held here on Friday night. The European Darts Match Play in Hamburg and the Austrian Darts Open.
$105.
Now Daryl Gurney looking to finish Richardson off.
96.
Kind of has a feel of the final yesterday. Gurney too good
Game shot on the 7th leg. James Richardson.
for his opponent for the first
It's
5
Daryl to
legs, but it's
throw
just
first.
opened the door a little bit, and Richardson rallying back.
$140. $64.
11 events into this Players' Championship Series in 2017.
55.
Including today, another 11 to come.
83.
Michael Van Gerwen and Gary Anderson have picked up 2 titles apiece.
That's 135.
And then 7 other different winners. Alan Norris, Rob Cross, Simon Whitlock,
60.
Adrian Lewis, Joe Cullen, Peter Wright yesterday, and of course Daryl Gurney at the Barnsley Metrodome in April.
59.
That win, one of 3 finals for him
100.
in PC events this year, having never reached one before last month. Had reached a European Tour final in Venray last February. This time he's managed to kick on.
47.
And I know that his team genuinely believe that he could go all the way in this game.
140.
And the more that we watch him, the more we tend to agree. Double top for
Game
Daryl,
shot.
and there it is, a
Daryl
6-2 win, raced into a 5-leg league